Welcome back to my third video, and today we're going to be talking about Apple Intelligence. So Apple gave a 40-minute talk at the end of their keynote speech about Apple Intelligence. I know Apple tries to brand everything, it's AI, artificial intelligence, but they changed that A from artificial to Apple. Anyway, that's Apple branding. So let's talk about notification prioritizing as our first point. So we have all had notifications show up on our phones or on our iPhone, and then you have a bunch of notifications to scroll through, but you don't know which ones to prioritize or which ones are important because everything is just thrown to you. So now with on-device processing, Apple is able to tell this notification matters to you and this one doesn't, or this email matters to you and this one doesn't. So it is going to filter out which notifications matter, and those are the notifications it will show to you. But obviously you have to opt in into this feature. Apple doesn't force it down your throat. Then let's talk about the writing. So we have all used our iPads to write something, and you want to autocorrect, or maybe you wrote it badly and the handwriting you can't understand what you've just written. So using AI, Apple is able to tell that you're trying to write this word and it will autocorrect that in your handwriting. I think that's a beautiful feature. Then creating images. So you can have a section, maybe in your notes application, you're writing something down, and then maybe you have a whole paragraph. You can use that whole paragraph and use AI to actually generate images in that section or that section of your notes. And this works pretty fast, and it has a very beautiful graphic as it's processing the image or it's generating the image. I think Apple nailed it on this, and a lot of people are going to use this feature to actually do their homework. And then sketching and animations. As I mentioned earlier, when you're making sketches or you're trying to draw something, Apple is able to help you using AI to actually build out images or animations for you in various applications. So how can these applications, third-party applications, know that these new AI features are there, and how can they allow their apps to use these features? So Apple has released a bunch of tools for developers. So you have Siri Kit with new enhancements, and then you also have app intents. So these app intents are able to, if you integrate them within your app's manifest, your Apple is able to know that this app is AI compatible. Then they actually showed a really good demo of this implementation using the new math application. So Apple introduced a new math application, and I'm telling you, it blew everyone's mind away. So you can have a bunch of equations that you've written down, and using Apple Intelligence, your device, your phone or your iPad is able to know that this equation is this, and it's going to be used to calculate this. You get? Let me give you an example. If you have a differential equation, that's the equation they used in the example, and then you have XY values, you can actually use variables to store this. You can use variables to store those numbers, and actually this will be calculated on device. It's able to understand the equation and the variables, and it's able to spit out an answer. And then it can also help you draw a curve or a chart to show what that function is actually doing on a graph. And I think that's very beautiful. We talked about summarizing emails. It also summarizes emails as also part of the notifications. So to go deeper into emails to be read, and it can also summarize those emails to give you the most important bit or what the whole email is about, so you don't have to read through the whole email. And this email application, it is able to show these summaries in the list in the list of emails, and this is really beautiful because in the end, not want to open the email and read it fully because you know exactly what's in the email. So there's also proofreading. AI can proofread through your notes, your emails, and it's able to autocorrect for you. Yet again, Apple does not force these features down your throat. You opt into them if you want to use. So let's talk about privacy, because I'm very sure the reason of rebranding AI into Apple Intelligence, it's because of that key factor of privacy. I think it's one of them. So most of the AI is done on device. So Apple Silicon has a dedicated module called the neural engine that is able to analyze and process AI information on device. So this information does not go to any Apple servers. They made that point very clear, by the way. They also introduced another service of private cloud computing. So if you're a third-party provider, third-party app provider, you're able to set up servers running Apple Silicon. So everything is verified and vetted by Apple before you actually submit these third-party applications onto their servers. So you can run your own custom models. And then number 3, all this information is sent to Apple servers and is curated and verified that actually this information is not leaking out of, let me say, the ecosystem of Apple. So they are very keen on privacy, which is actually a plus for all their users. So let's talk about Siri. What is new in Siri? Siri got a new design, by the way, that instead of that round ball in the corner or in the center or the bottom of your device, it actually occupies the edges of the screen. Let me say your tablet, or your iPhone. And it also has deeper system integration, and it's Siri now understands your device fully. So it's able to give you more features because it actually understands your phone. So it also has on-screen awareness. They also illustrated this. And then another part to talk about is that you can now generate your new emojis using Genmoji, which is a new feature they released as part of their Apple Intelligence. So let me say you have a thought and there is no image or emoji to express that thought or feeling. You can actually generate your own using Genmoji, and you're able to send it to your friend and save that Genmoji so you can use it again, so you don't have to regenerate it. And then new image playground was also introduced for different applications, and an image wand was released in the Notes app. So this image wand is able to help you generate images. As I mentioned earlier, it's a type of virtual pen or virtual tool that you use in the Notes application, which is actually beautiful. So the question that you can ask yourself is, how is Apple able to run all these fancy models in the cloud, on device? Who's providing this service? I'll let you guess that. So anyway, the people providing this service is actually OpenAI. So the generations of images, of text that was shown during the keynote is actually being done by ChatGPT. That is away from on-device. On-device generation is done purely by Apple Silicon, not by ChatGPT or by OpenAI. They made that very clear. But to integrate your ChatGPT account, or you can use OpenAI or ChatGPT without signing up or signing in. And I think this is a beautiful feature because you don't want to give your data away. I know Apple is very big on privacy, which is a very good thing, and this is exciting for us. So you can use ChatGPT with an account. You can also use your paid account if you have a paid account with OpenAI and you still want to keep that data with you. You can integrate it with Apple Intelligence. You'll also be notified if maybe the processing power on your phone or tablet is not enough. It will require to send some of that information to be processed by larger models. So why Apple did this is because right now the technology that we have in place is not sufficient enough to run dedicated large language models. So these models have to run on server farms or dedicated servers that actually are cooled 24/7 to actually run these models. So it will ask you that, hey, I need this information to be processed. Should I send it out to ChatGPT or should I send it out to OpenAI? It gives you that ability. You can either say yes or no. So it's not like other manufacturers that you're going to wake up one morning and they're sent information without your notice. You will be notified and you have to opt in manually. And I think that's a great feature that Apple has released to give you that flexibility that, hey, I don't want to share my data with these people. I don't want you to even share this email. If you're composing an email, I don't want you to share it with OpenAI. Just do what you can with on-device processing and leave it at that. I can edit it myself. I think that's beautiful. They still give you the leeway of both sides. Do it on device or do it in the cloud. And yeah, that's Apple Intelligence for you. So subscribe, like this video because this really helps me with the YouTube algorithm and it actually shows engagement in the video. And if you have any views, write them down in the comment section below and tell me how I can improve these videos because I'm making these videos for you guys. I'm trying to educate people on technology on YouTube. So I'm more of into news and new things that have been released in technology. And I want to be a better person or a better creator for you guys. Thank you so much.